Welcome to Kids Vocabulary Quest. I'm Armie, and me and my friends are on a mission to find light bulb words for our vocabulary vault. We're going to explore all sorts of exciting subjects in search of some weird and wonderful words. This week, we're investigating Women's History Month and the famous culinary cuisines. To help me find our new light bulb words is Plato. They're going to let me know if we stumble across any light bulb words. Say hello, Plato.
Hello, Armie. Oh, is that a new microphone? It looks deliciously robust. Ready to embark on a culinary and linguistic adventure. And speaking of delicious, is that a hint of cinnamon I detect? My nose is always on the scent for something good.
Remember, you can help us turn up the volume on vocabulary too by joining in my special pop quiz at the end. Ready? Then let's Kids Vocabulary Quest.
Mrs. Wordsmith's podcast for kids.
Let's see what my book of brainy facts has to say about this. Fact number 1. Many famous cookbooks that shaped home cooking were written by women who wanted to make food accessible to everyone. Think about it, Plato. Before these books, recipes were often passed down by word of mouth, or they were tucked away in fancy kitchens only chefs could understand. But women like Mrs. Beeton, or even later Julia Child, they took all that wonderful cooking knowledge and wrote it down in a way that anyone could follow, right in their own kitchen. They made cooking feel less like a mystery and more like a delicious, achievable adventure for families everywhere.
Ah, accessible. That reminds me of a perfectly baked sourdough. You want it to be welcoming, not intimidating. It's like they were saying, here, you can do this too. You can create magic. I can just picture it. A whole generation of home cooks, armed with a new cookbook, feeling empowered to try something new. It's like giving everyone the secret ingredient. And you know, Armie, when you talk about making food accessible, it makes me think about all the dishes that aren't just about a quick bite, but about a feeling.
A feeling? What kind of feeling, Plato?
The kind that fills you up. Not just your stomach, but your soul. The kind that makes you want to curl up with a good book and a warm mug. The kind of food that feels like a hug from the inside out. It's
what?
It's Hearty!
Plato! That's our first light bulb word! You're on fire! So, what does hearty mean?
Oh, hearty means filling and satisfying, often warm and comforting, like a big pot of stew on a chilly evening, or a generous slice of apple pie that makes your taste buds sing. It's substantial, it's wholesome, it's food that truly nourishes you. It's the opposite of a tiny, delicate morsel that leaves you wanting more. It's a complete meal that leaves you feeling content, and maybe even a little sleepy, in the best possible way.
Wow, Plato! You've really captured the essence of it. So, these women, by writing cookbooks, helped make hearty meals accessible to so many more people. That's amazing! Okay, let's move on to fact number 2. Fact number 2! Savory dishes often develop flavors slowly through careful cooking techniques passed down over generations. This is where the magic really happens, Plato. It's not just about throwing ingredients together. It's about understanding how to coax the best flavors out of them. Think of a slow-cooked ragu or a rich broth that simmers for hours. These techniques, like braising, roasting, and slow simmering, were perfected and passed down, often by women in home kitchens, who learned them from their mothers and grandmothers. It's about patience and understanding how heat and time can transform simple ingredients into something extraordinary.
Oh, yes! The slow burn of flavor. It's like a perfectly aged cheese or a slow roasted lamb that just falls off the bone. These aren't dishes you rush. They demand respect, time, and a deep understanding of how ingredients interact. It's the difference between a quick microwave meal and a Sunday roast that has been lovingly tended to all day. And you know, Armie, when you talk about flavor developing slowly, it makes me think about those moments when you take a bite and it's not just sweet, but complex.
Complex how, Plato? What kind of flavors are we talking about?
Not sweet, Armie. Think a little bit salty, maybe a hint of spice that tickles your tongue, a deep richness that lingers. It's the kind of flavor that makes you close your eyes and just appreciate it. It's the foundation of so many wonderful meals. It's
Go on, Plato!
It's savory.
Another one! Tell us, Plato, what does savory mean?
Savory means having a pleasant taste or smell that is not sweet. Think of a perfectly seasoned steak, a fragrant curry, or even a rich mushroom soup. It's flavorful, it's seasoned, it's deep and satisfying without being sugary. It's the art of balancing salt, herbs, and spices to create a taste that is truly captivating. It's the opposite of a candy bar. It's the delicious embrace of a well-made dish. It's about building layers of taste that dance on your palate.
I love that description, Plato. It makes me so hungry. So, these women, by mastering these slow cooking techniques, were really masters of savory flavors. That's incredible. Now, for fact number 3. Fact number 3! Around the world, important celebrations are marked by special meals prepared using family recipes. Food is such a central part of how we mark important moments in our lives, isn't it? Whether it's a birthday, a wedding, a holiday, or even just a family reunion, there's almost always a special meal involved. And these meals often use recipes that have been passed down through generations, carrying with them the memories and traditions of our families. It's how we connect with our past and share our joy with others.
Oh, this is the best part. Food is the ultimate storyteller, isn't it? It's not just about eating, it's about the shared experience. Think of the aroma of Grandma's special holiday cookies filling the house, or the laughter around a table laden with dishes for a big family gathering. These aren't just meals, they are edible memories. And it's often women who are the keepers of these traditions, aren't they? They're the ones who lovingly prepare these dishes, ensuring that the tastes and smells of our heritage are preserved and shared with the next generation. They're the ones who make these occasions truly...
Truly what, Plato?
They make them worth celebrating.
Yes! That's our third and final light bulb word! Plato, you're a vocabulary superstar. So, what does celebrate mean?
To celebrate means to mark an important occasion with joy, food, or gathering. It's about honoring a special moment, enjoying it, and sharing that happiness with others. Think of a birthday cake with candles, a festive feast for a holiday, or even a simple gathering with friends to mark a shared achievement. It's all about making that moment memorable and joyful. And food is such a beautiful way to do that. It's about creating traditions and making memories that we can cherish forever.
Wow, Plato. When you put it all together, the idea of women writing cookbooks to make hearty meals accessible, and them mastering savory flavors through slow cooking, and then using those dishes to celebrate important moments, it all connects.
It does, doesn't it? It shows that when we cook a hearty, savory meal for others, we are participating in a long chain of tradition and love. We are continuing a legacy that women have shaped for centuries. We are, in our own way, celebrating life.
It's like we're part of a giant, delicious, historical tapestry. It's not just about the food on the plate. It's about the history, the love, and the connections it represents. Hey, I'm having an imagination moment. I wonder, what would it be like if we could step back in time and actually taste the food cooked by some of these pioneering women. Imagine, Plato, being able to sit down at a table in Julia Child's kitchen, smelling that rich, savory aroma of her Boeuf Bourguignon, and taking a bite of that perfectly hearty stew. It would be like tasting history itself. We found all our light bulb words, Plato. Hooray! Let's load them into the vocabulary vault.
First up, hearty. That means filling and satisfying, especially warm comfort food. You often hear it with words like wholesome, substantial, comforting. Next, savoury. That means having a pleasant taste or smell that is not sweet. You often hear it with words like flavorful, seasoned, rich. And finally, celebrate. That means to mark an important occasion with joy, food, or gathering. You often hear it with words like honor, mark, enjoy.
We did it! We've just got time for Armie's pop quiz. I'm going to ask Plato about today's kids' vocabulary quest. Join in to see if you can retrace our steps too. Okay, Plato, first question. In the Book of Brainy Facts, we learned that many famous cookbooks that shaped home cooking were written by women who wanted to make food accessible to everyone. What kind of meals did these cookbooks help make more accessible?
Let me think. They helped make hearty meals more accessible. Meals that were filling and satisfying, often warm and comforting.
That's right! Excellent! Now for question 2. In our imagination moment, we talked about women preserving cultural food heritage through migration. What kind of flavors did we say these dishes often had that were not sweet?
Ooh, good question. Those dishes were often described as savory, salty or spicy rather than sweet, with a deep, rich flavor.
You got it! Perfectly savory. And for our final question, Plato. What is the main idea behind the word celebrate that we discussed today?
Let me remember. To celebrate means to mark an important occasion with joy, food, or gathering. It's all about making moments special and memorable.
Great work, Plato. That was an epic kids' vocabulary quest.
Hey, I've got a song all about this. It's about how the amazing women who cooked for us, taught us, and inspired us made our meals and our memories so much richer. It's a little tune about the power of a good, hearty, savory dish to help us celebrate life.
Sounds great. Let's listen in. We'll share more new words next week on Kids Vocabulary Quest.
Roll up your sleeves, tie back your hair, got flour on your face, but you just don't care. Hey! From London town to faraway streets, girls stirring up storms, cooking up treats. We celebrate the chefs, turn the page, brandy new. Every sizzling sister in an apron like you. From sweet to savory, warm and hearty too. We celebrate the chefs, 'cause the chef's in you. Big silver pots, bubble and steam. You taste, then you tweak like you're living a dream. A pinch of brave, a spoonful of try. One little oops, then you give it one more try. Go on, we celebrate the chef.
Don't forget to check out our light bulb word cards in the podcast description. If you're enjoying the show, make sure to follow so you never miss an episode. And if you learned something cool today, tell a friend about Kids Vocabulary Quest. To find out more about Mrs. Wordsmith, visit mrswordsmith.com.